the emergency broadcasting system. Many were wondering about that. Pictures of RTV in Florida, Tampa area around 2:25 p.m. That was from Joseph Rooney. There's that emergency alert system, the primary entry point EAS system. Areas of United States, District of Columbia, D.C. Interesting because George News had EBS testing done in random locations frequently. Easier to say the real thing is a fake when it happens.
Good morning, YouTube. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. I just posted that little update on the emergency test that did in fact happen on the 11th. There are a few skeptics out there who have accused me of fear-mongering because they didn't get a notification of any kind on any of their devices. Well, you're not alone in that you may not have got a notification. As that evidence right there points out, areas and devices were picked and chosen randomly by the FCC and the people who run that test. You can surmise yourself as to what the reasons for that may be. Okay, also, so I am not fear-mongering or spreading fear porn when I give you information that I have researched and think is important enough to share with you. But as we see in many instances of this current illegally installed regime and white hats versus black hats, the situation is fluid. Things are changing literally minute by minute based on things that are going on behind the scenes that we will likely never know about. Okay, I'm being told once again that Pedo Joe was ordered not to discuss mandatory lockdowns because the FDA needed a few more days to give final approval for, and then he can go ahead and try whatever he wants to try. Just a day or two later after his speech, the AP, which is by no means a conservative publication, they are as liberal as it gets, but you can look up AP 12th or the 13th, Associated Press. They leaked from a memo that they received from the regime, which means it wasn't a leak, it's throwing it out there so that the public has a chance to hear it for a few days or weeks before it actually happens. Then it doesn't come as a shock or fear-mongering. Okay? This memo states that Pedo Joe and his regime are contemplating interstate travel documentation, aka passports, which means those of us who were smart enough not to will be restricted to our own states, and then eventually not even allowed to travel within your state. Remember, the mark would allow people to buy, sell, trade, travel. Those without it will not be able to buy, sell, trade, or travel. Meaning, we aren't going to be able to go in any store. We may be able to do a drive-through gas pump or drive-through ATM or order some product online. But I'm wondering what happens with a drive-through gas pump when you have to get out, when I refuse to do this to pump gas when I'm standing outside. So we're going to quickly see where all this is going. But anyway, supposedly there's a memo floating around out there that was sent to Pedo Joe before the speech that said, do not mention the mandatory edicts because we're not ready for the people to get out in the streets and peacefully protest yet. So I just wanted to give that quick little update. The test did happen. As we know, the speech happened, and the information I've received as to why none of that mandatory crap was mentioned is slowly dripping out as the Democrats' deep state get it out there subliminally, so people already have it floating around here, and then when it comes out, they don't react the same. But that was a quick update. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off.